Good morning, all rockers out there in musical boardland. I've got James Laney and I've got Tom. James, he brought stuff to the NAMM show.
Of course, we always do. Yeah. Good morning, everybody at Musical Board.
Good morning. You told me that you're going to provide a very well prepared tour guide for this.
Yeah, unfortunately he wasn't available, so we got Tom instead.
Okay.
But he's a good-looking tour guide anyway.
He's good-looking, and the advantage is he can do it in German for all the folks because my English isn't too bad, too good this morning after all the drinking yesterday.
Yeah.
So rock and roll world at NAMM show.
Yeah, rock and roll.
And we're gonna rock the Laney booth.
Yeah,
and
yes,
get all the news.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing the stuff.
Yeah.
See ya.
Black Country Customs ist unser Custom Shop in England. Die Produkte, die eben in England gebaut werden. Links seht ihr den LA30BL mit der 212 Box. Auf der rechten Seite der weiße Stack LA100 SM Supermod. Also dieser 100 Watt Apparat mit Master Volume. In der Mitte seht ihr unsere Pedale. TI Boost, damit haben wir angefangen. Der Signature Boost von Tony Iommi. Dann haben wir den Steel Park, ist ein Booster. Der rote Monolith, Distortion. Dann haben wir unseren Secret Pass, der Reverb. Und dann kommt Neues. Genau, da sind wir. Unser Spiral Array. Okay, da haben wir einen Chorus. Und der ist in Zusammenarbeit mit keinem Geringeren als Andy Timmons entstanden. Das heißt, Andy ist back at Laney. Ja, wirklich tolle Sache. 3 verschiedene Ebenen in dem Chorus. Da wird euch gleich unser Produktmanager Simon ein bisschen was zu erzählen. Wie er entstanden ist, welche Chorus-Wellenformen verbaut worden sind. Wirklich tolles Pedal. Aber da kommt gleich der Simon zu.
As promised by our man Tom, we're gonna go a little deeper into the new chorus pedal.
Absolutely.
And you've been involved pretty much, so it's for you also kind of an emotional thing that we're here with the pedal.
Correct.
What happened?
Chorus. It is a much overused, a much misunderstood, and has a very bad reputation. But that is wrong. Chorus is an amazing guitar sound. There are three classic chorus sounds.
Alrighty.
That really you can plot through the history of music from late 70s, mid to late 70s, then through to the 80s.
Which is why you build in three others.
Which is where we build, the Spiral Array, which is a new chorus pedal. It follows the same format as the other BCC pedals, so there are 3 options within one pedal.
Yeah.
First option is based off a classic sound from 1976 of the Boss C1.
Okay.
The first chorus ensemble, the sound that everyone's familiar with from amps like, the JC120 or early Rush records, for example. A very, very kind of thick, warm chorus sound. It can be chewy, it can be warbly, it can be nice and smooth. A very classic sound. So that's mode 1 of the chorus pedal. Mode 2 of the chorus pedal, jump forward a few years to the digital era. 1979, Roland produced a Dimension D chorus and then a Dimension C pedal. That's, again, another kind of fantastic chorus sound. It's more watery than the C1 sort of sound, than the analog mode, but it really gives your guitar sound. It's 2 choruses 180 degrees out of phase. It gives you a nice wide sweep. Think about songs like Flesh for Fantasy by Steve Stevens, by Billy Idol, but guitar player Steve Stevens. That's a classic Dimension D sort of sound. And then the center mode. Come 1985 to 1989, there was a sound coming out of LA that was called Schmo. Think about all the guys like Steve Lukather, Mike Landau, all these sort of players. It's based off three bits of equipment: a compressor, a delay, and then a thing called a Ditronics Tri-Stereo Chorus. Very famous guitar sound. You've heard it a million times. So setting 3 on the new Spiral Array is based off the classic Ditronics Tri-Stereo Chorus sound. 3 stereo chorus. Stereo chorus on the left, stereo chorus on the right, and a stereo chorus in the middle.
Okay.
So again, just an amazing sound. Very, very distinctive. Very, very dramatic. And just a really cool guitar sound.
How many amps do I need to really reproduce it?
It sounds great in 1.
Okay.
It sounds better in 2.
Okay.
Sounds amazing in 3 in a wet, dry, wet setup. But anything that you can have from a spatial awareness. But it's not just guitar.
Yeah.
Chorus is one of these effects that you add it to vocals, sounds amazing. You add it to keys, sounds amazing. You add it to drum kits.
Yeah.
A bass drum with a chorus on it just sounds phenomenal.
Okay.
So that's obviously the Spiral 8. It's mono in, stereo out, obviously, because you're going to use multiple amps, and then there's an expression pedal option as well to control the rate of to control the level of mix between wet and dry.
To not only depend on your ears when designing it.
Yeah.
You brought some help in.
Correct. Yeah. And there are guys out there who are quite synonymous for chorus sort of sounds. We went to a few people, but the main guy that I worked with was a guy called Andy Timmons. So Andy Timmons, you might have heard of him.
Yeah,
guy out of McKinney, Texas. Great player, absolutely stunning player. Great ear.
Yeah.
And really, when he heard the Spiral Array, he was, amazingly impressed with things like the analog chorus setting.
Yeah.
It's just so nice and warm and lush that it just went straight on his board, and he's been using it on his board ever since.
So your prototyping is -1 now.
Yeah.
In quantity.
I've one less to play with.
One less to play with.
But it's really good. It's worth checking out. Chorus, it's going to be a really trendy thing. It's coming back more and more into people's guitar sounds. It's not just clean guitar sounds. Listen to the guitar sounds of, Andy Summers out of the Police and kind of Rush and all that sort of stuff. But really anything, modern, if you listen to Nirvana, Come As You Are, amazing chorus sounds.
Yeah.
Listen to kind of classic metal guitar sounds. Listen to Whitesnake, 1987. The album is a wash of distorted guitars with chorus. It sounds great. It just adds
because it
movement.
has such a wide potential. Never really
absolutely
hear it that it's in there.
Yeah,
you hear there's something different, but you never really hear
the sound.
Be able to say that is a chorus.
The sound of a good chorus is when you turn it off. Everything goes a bit flat, and then you turn it back on, and everything comes back to life. Yeah. And that's really what chorus should be.
Right. Well, Simon, thank you.
My pleasure.
Tom was just making a video note of the noise distortion we have in the background. That's me at Laney.
And my badge is gone.
Your badge is gone. That's Laney at Laney.
Laney.
Simon,
thank you very much.
Thanks for the help.
My pleasure.
The insights.
Absolutely.
And have a good rest of the show.
Same to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.